everyone, hope you all are doing well. So in part 1 we understood why Drupal behaviors are preferred over the traditional approach and a small bit about what context is and the behavior on page load and the ajax call. In this part 2 video I will explain you what context holds and a more depth about what context is and why without context JS load multiple times, a syntax and a case study about the chosen module. Let me explain you with an example. So for example here, if I just inspect this element, its ID here is showing edit title, right? So I have attached the context with respect to this ID. Here in the code, if you can see, I have attached the context with respect to this ID. So now what context exactly holds is and what's the function of context. Let's switch on to the source code, and here if you can see, here is the JS code written over here and I have put a breakpoint. If I just refresh it, you will see this context holds the entire document, the object of the entire document. Okay, and still the page is not getting rendered. So what context is, it's a piece of DOM, that has been rendered before Drupal behaviors are involved, right? Now if I just remove this breakpoint and refresh this page, let's change this on ajax call. I'm applying the breakpoint. Let's see what happens. So here you can see at first on the initial call the context contains the object of the entire document, but in the ajax call this context contains the particular ID, edit title. So what does it mean is on initial page load it will be the entire document, but on subsequent ajax loads it will be the part of the DOM that was just loaded. So instead of searching the entire DOM, only newly inserted DOM elements are parsed. Hope you got my point. Only the newly inserted DOM elements are parsed. So this is the preferred way. Obviously, instead of parsing the whole document and searching for this particular ID, it is searching for this edit title. So this is the benefit of the context, right? This is the benefit of the context over without context. Now let's come on to here. You can understood what exactly the context holds, right? It contains the entire document, entire object of the document. Now why without context JS load multiple times? Let me explain you this. For example, let me uncomment this and comment this line. Just refresh this page, sorry, clearing all cache, and I will just refresh over here. So as you can see, if I click here, there is an alert pop-up coming here, and if I click on OK, it is coming on 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, so here I haven't attached any context over here, right? There is no context attached with respect to this ID, and that's why the alert is popping approximately 5 times, right? So what does it mean is whenever your attach function get calls in the Drupal behavior, okay, the context always get invoked, okay, and in your Drupal application, your other modules are using the Drupal behaviors and your C tools using the Drupal behavior. There are multiple hooks which are using the Drupal behavior. So every time when you refresh the page, each and every item of each and every object will call the Drupal behaviors attach function, okay, and it will parse the entire DOM, entire object of the page. So this is not the standard way, this is not the standard approach and the feasible approach that we should follow. So that's the reason we apply here context. So let's see, after applying context and clearing cache, what will happen. I'm clearing cache over here. Okay, my cache got cleared, and just refresh this page. And when I click on this text field, you can see the pop-up just called one time and not 5 times as it was calling earlier when the context was not there. So hope you got the idea of what's the use of context here. It will instead of parsing the entire document, it will just only search for this particular id and append this id in the DOM structure, and will function around this part only. So this is all what context is. Let me explain you the syntax, how a JS is getting called. So this is here my module learn Drupal. In learn Drupal I have a folder here JS. In JS I'm having learn Drupal.js. So here I have written Drupal.behaviors function, attach function, and two parameters, context and setting, and here my logic goes over here, right? And now in module.libraries.yaml file, let's open this. So this is the optional one. I have added here my JS, and this is learn Drupal.js, and here I have added few dependencies which are mandatory for calling jQuery and the Drupal behaviors. And after this, how I have called this library on that page, either you can call it in a .module file, in hook underscore element underscore info alter. You can attach over this also. You can attach in a page also in a .module file. There are several hooks that comes up in Drupal where you can use. Currently I have used in a form, so how I have attached it, let me show you. So here form attached library, and here is my library name. This is a module name and this is my library name. This is how it functions, right? At last, let me explain you the chosen module. It is the contributed module. So I have installed the contributed module by going on to the extend and then just enabling it, and I have here added one form element that contains a list of options. So if you can see here what the module is, chosen module Drupal 8. So this module does what? This module attach a jQuery plugin, right, to make your select element more user friendly. So I have just installed this module in my Drupal behavior, and I have implemented this on my one of the select list option. So let me refresh it. So here you can see there is a select list, and here is a condition written like this will call only greater than above 5 elements. So as you can see, there is a search box coming over here, and if I write over MA, it will give me the options of March and May. So this is how the chosen module is implemented, and the jQuery is working over here very fine. This is the idea all over here. That's all for the part 2 video. If you like it, please subscribe and like my video, and if you have any question, then please comment over this. Thank you so much. Have a great day.